global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Nnamdi Kanu, who is a leader of IPOB, who had been in detention for a long while now, seems to have the favor of the lawmakers right now. Don't forget that the last meeting they had in the court, one of the things that was considered was possible, solution, political solution to it, or settling out of court. Recommendation, according to Aloy Ejimako, came from the sitting judge. But right now, it seems that the federal lawmakers, both in Saudi and other regions of the country, seems to be doing their bit to ensure that he is being released. And we're not talking about 3, 4, 5 number of persons. We're talking about 50 lawmakers, all of them from the green chambers, doing all within their power. I'm going to read exactly what their request is from the president, and also after everything, I'll read out their names so that if it needs being taken note of, the people in charge will take note of them. And a group of about 50 members of the House of Representatives representing various regional and political parties have come together under the banner of concerned federal lawmakers for peace and security in the Southeast. They have petitioned President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to use Section 174 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended and Section 107, subsection 1 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 to secure the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. These lawmakers believe that releasing Kanu will help restore peace once again in the southeastern region of the country. In addition to calling for Kanu's release, the legislature urged President Tinubu to initiate a presidential peace campaign to tackle the myriad issues affecting the southeast. These requests were detailed in a 3-page letter dated June 19, 2024 and signed by the concerned lawmakers, and you'll be shocked how many of them, from Kenga Usochi to Obiu Wacha of Abia State, Honorable Aliyu Mustafa Kaduna, and other ones which I'm going to read out to us after reading the content of their request filed before the president. And the lawmakers have requested that President Tinubu instruct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Springs Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to use his nulli prosequis power under Section 174, subsection 1 of the Constitution and Section 107, subsection 1 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 to release Kanu and halt his trial, emphasizing that such a move would promote peace in the Southeast. The legislature argued that this action is overdue and essential for fostering dialogue and addressing the underlying issues behind the Southeast agitation. They noted that a similar gesture was extended in the case involving Omoyole Sowore and Sunday Igboho, highlighting the current unrest in the Southeast characterized by insecurity, economic downturn, and displacement of families. Lawmakers argued that tackling these issues would demonstrate President Tinubu's dedication to the principle of democracy, rule of law, justice, and fairness. They also suggested that his approach would set a precedent for resolving issues through dialogue rather than prolonged legal battle, thereby promoting peace, economic revitalization, and a renewed sense of belonging among the Southeast citizens. The lawmaker expressed optimism that the president will respond favorably, enhancing his administration's legacy of prioritizing national unity, peace, and progress. And the letter reads partly. He said, "Your Excellency, we are concerned members of the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria with a strong belief and trust that the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency and the various positive reform would be seen and felt by all. It is at the backdrop of the foregoing that we, the undersigned, hereby beseech Your Excellency to direct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to invoke his power of nulli prosequi under the provision of Section 174, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and Section 107, subsection 1 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, and cause the release of Nnamdi Kanu from detention and discontinue his trial, which we collectively believe is long overdue and would be instrumental in opening the door for much-needed conversations surrounding peace, reformation, and inclusivity, as well as addressing the issues that led to the agitation, especially at this time Nigeria is going through several constitutional reforms. Your Excellency, we resolutely believe that this singular act can serve as a pivotal gesture towards national unity as it would address some of the political, security, and economic concerns in the region. It would encourage stakeholders from the Southeast to engage more actively in the national discussion on the renewed hope agenda, thereby promoting inclusivity and addressing long-standing grievances. These, we believe, will also help in dismantling the apparatus of violence and restiveness that has plagued the region, allowing for a focus on economic growth and development. Also, is coming at a time the nation state is under enormous pressure, including but not limited to unemployment, insecurity, hunger, and poverty, thereby this escalating tension from all sides. More so, we as skilled actors in the renewed hope agenda of Your Excellency are not unmindful of the fact that Your Excellency has extended this gesture through the office of the Attorney General in the charge, including Omoyele Sowore, wherein he was charged with treasonable felony in charge number FHC-ABJ-CR-235-2019 Sunday Igbowo. All these recorded tremendous successes, especially the crisis within the North Central, the Northeastern, and the South South region, not forgetting peace effort in the Niger Delta region, which have helped in so many ways. Establishment of the Northeast Development Commission, Ministry of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Presidential Amnesty, various host community laws were all commitment to show good faith to the plight of the people as well as resolving regional conflict. It is therefore our conviction that fixing the challenges in the Southeast would go a long way in changing the narrative and showcase your commitment to upholding the principle of rule of law, justice, and fairness, which are the bedrock of our democracy. It would also set a precedent for addressing issues through dialogue rather than prolonging political judicial prosecution and brass show of executive lawlessness. We therefore implore Your Excellency to adopt this approach and save the Southeast and pave way for a national conversation to restore, safeguard, and better the resources and economy activity in the Southeast. The primary responsibility of the government is the protection of life and property. Facilitating the release of Nnamdi Kanu would demonstrate a commitment to upholding the principle of justice and fairness, which are the bedrock of our democracy. Your Excellency, the benefit of such a bold and compassionate act manifold. It would pave the way for peace initiative, economic revitalization, and a renewed sense of belonging among the citizens of the Southeast. It would also enhance your administration's legacy as one that prioritizes national unity, peace, and progress. We are hopeful that you will consider this request with the gravity it deserves and take the necessary step to bring about a new era of peace and inclusivity in Nigeria. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your attention to this important matter, and we are looking forward to a positive response. This was concocted by all the 50 members of the Green House as House of Representatives, and I will just mention some of their names. But interestingly, they are coming from all the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria, starting from the southeast and the south side. Honorable Obi Agwacha from Abia State, Honorable Ikenga Ozochinyere Imo State, Honorable Aliyu Mustafa Kaduna, Honorable Midala Balami from Borno, Honorable Afam Ogenin Anambra, Honorable Biante Awaji Rivers, Honorable Dominic Okafo Anambra, Honorable Etama Benedict Delta, Honorable Shehu Dahatuk from Katsina, Honorable Chinedu Emeka Martin Imo, Honorable Matthew Nwogu Imo, Honorable Mohammed Buba Jagere Yobe, Honorable Peter Anwekwe from Anambra State, Honorable Kogi Sagi from Kano, Honorable Amobi Oga, Abia State, Honorable Kwacham Chinwe Anambra, Honorable Uchenna Okonkwo Anambra, Honorable Abdumalik Danga from Kogi, and Honorable Osi Kwamkama from Ebonyi State. Other lawmakers involved are Honorable Mark Husseini from Taraba State, Honorable Alexander Mascot, Abia State, Honorable Philip Agbese Benue, Honorable Jinja Obina, Abia State, Honorable Zakari Nyamba from Adamawa, Honorable Jamo Amino Kasina, Honorable Emeka Idu Abiajulu from Anambra State, Honorable Nwabuefe Chinwe Clara Anambra, Honorable Ukaiko Jonathan Delta, Honorable Kingbaso Olarewaju from Ondo, Honorable Lydian Ibiageli from Anambra State, Honorable Marcos Onobu Edo. They are really many, I must say. 50 of them put their hands together to make this a reality. Let's see what the reaction of the president is. But if he does anything towards, revamping national unity, it will be a big legacy that will not be forgotten in a hurry, especially as it has to do.
Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.